Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK. Thanks for joining us today for our latest edition of eWEEK eSpeaks. Our special guest today is the CEO of Coralogix, based in Tel Aviv, Israel, and his name is Ariel Assaraf. And Ariel, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chris. How are you?
And I'm good, thank you. And I hope you are too, and over there in Israel. And our connection looks pretty good, so I'm hoping that it stays the way it is for the next 8 to 10 minutes. And Ariel, tell me a little bit about your background, and then a little bit about what Coralogix does and what problem it solves.
Yeah, so my background started in tech in the Israeli army at the intelligence unit. I spent about 3 years over there doing product management in the world of data analytics and anomaly detection. When I finished my Army service, I joined Variant Systems to the cybersecurity unit. And after 4 years, we decided to found Coralogix. So we basically started a company in 2015, me, a friend of mine from Variant, and who was back then my roommate, and graduated his master's in neuroscience. The product is taking log analytics to the next level in terms of making things automatic. So instead of focusing in searching, visualizing, parsing data, Coralogix automatically learns the normal behavior of each log, of each pattern, of each parameter, and alerts our user whenever something deviates. Ties it up to the versions that they deploy. So the idea is to give automatic version benchmarks as part of their CI/CD pipeline.
Right. So Coralogix really does quite a number of different services. It's really at a high level described as a log management service, but that's where you started, and it's branched out according. You listen to your customers, obviously, and you listen to the needs they have and the dots they needed to connect. And would you say that Coralogix is doing more of that monitoring now than log management, or is it an equal amount, or is it immaterial? You do whatever the customer needs.
I think we've learned, and in this market, it's pretty obvious that the monitoring market is evolving into a wider platform type of play. So we evolved to being some sort of data hub where people leverage our capabilities of learning their data or alerting, or just the ease of use and the great support that we provide to ship, whether it's logs or matrix or security data, and then extract those insights or get them automatically from Coralogix. So we're trying to build as many different integrations that we can, both to shipping data into Coralogix and also extracting insights and pushing them to external systems. And the way we see it, we're going to also evolve into tracing and other areas to give our customers more options to have a one-stop shop for their data.
Right. So do you actually offer like a menu to your customers of services that you can provide, or do they buy a platform and take the whole thing, or how's that work?
Yeah, so part of our philosophy is that we don't want to offer different products of different level. So we want to keep things very simple. All our customers need to care about is their quota and the retention that they need. So whenever you sign up to a program in Coralogix, to a plan, it doesn't mean that you need to have a look at the size of the plan or the type of features that you get. All plans get all features. And the only differentiation in pricing is the size of quota and retention. So even a tiny customer that is like zero touch, $20, $30 a month, can get monitoring, security, log data, streaming in, compliance, and so on. Just the same way as a large enterprise, like the ones we have that are sending like over 5-6 terabytes a day.
Wow. Coralogix actually helps developers who are interested in DevOps, and the DevOps trend has been as such for maybe 8 to 10 years, and it's really helping development of software so much faster and more efficient than it used to be years ago. What does Coralogix have to do with people, developers who are, and admins and C-level execs who are involved in DevOps type programs at their companies? What can you do what do you bring to the table for that?
Yeah, so actually a few things that we look at today as important and critical for the industry of mostly cloud companies born in the cloud, move to the cloud, that want to adapt their organization to DevOps. So first of all is our integration with CI/CD tools. Coralogix doesn't just give those insights out of context, but we actually tie up the versions that you deploy, whether it's your staging or dev or production account, into the insights that we discover. So whenever you deploy a new version, you can use the Coralogix plugin to multiple different CI/CD tools to get a tag on that data, on your data, and then get a benchmark of how that version affected your production. So this is a very important feature for many companies because it allows them to not fear CI/CD. Everyone wants to release more versions faster. That means you're, you're faster to market, you respond faster, but everyone are afraid that they're going to compromise quality, stability, security. So the ability to get visibility into it and automatic benchmarks really improves that. Another aspect is that, and this is an important one actually, DevOps folks today in internet companies, they control the cloud spend and monitoring spend budget, which are big budgets, but more than that, this is basically the cost of goods for your service. So good decisions, financial decisions made by your DevOps affect your gross margins. They affect the valuation of your company. They have a huge impact on your business valuation, on your ability to raise funds. And so with that power, you need to help these people actually become better in optimizing on that. So we've made a lot of work to rebuild the pricing model for logs because we heard from so many companies that it's broken. And now we allow companies to reduce their monitoring bills by about 70% using our technology. Another last trend is the DevSecOps trend. So the DevOps teams set up the cloud environment, they move the business to the cloud, but what's left behind is all the security measures that they had on-prem. And then CISOs are not in control anymore like they used to on-prem. You can just close that network. And a lot of responsibility falls on the DevOps shoulders now to protect that environment. And us being a company that listens to its customers, we built a security tool that is based on the same tools that our DevOps users are used to. They can set it up in minutes without knowing security that great and get very pinpointed insights, right like they're used to having them in their monitoring area so they can become proactive in security just like they are in monitoring.
Well, Coralogix really touches on a lot of different aspects of IT. I mean, wow. But the key thing, I guess, if you were to summarize, Ariel, it would be it's really transparency into the system to make decisions. And then there's secure aspects to this also. And it just helps move along development, especially in the cloud, quicker in a lot of ways. And that's a simplistic way to put it, but is that fair?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. You want to move development faster. You want to be more agile, but you don't want to compromise your stability, quality, or security. So you need tools to support that process and that new approach to R&D.
Very good. Ariel Assaraf, CEO of Coralogix, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Over there in Tel Aviv. And enjoy your dinner. It's breakfast time here on the West Coast, dinner time at your place. So.
Thank you very much. Stay safe, Chris.
All right, stay healthy, take care. Thank you very much. And for everybody following along today, thank you very much and have a good rest of your eWEEK. Thanks for joining us on eWEEK eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.